I have so many sticky notes. I should have done this before I started the recording, but I guess we'll just start from here. Hey everyone, it's definitely been a while since I've put anything on the channel. I'm really sorry. I'm kind of mumbly because I'm a little nervous about putting my voice out there, and also just kind of my art out there to an audience that's probably never seen it before. But yeah, as it's probably been kind of obvious, I haven't been doing a lot on this channel recently, not because I necessarily dislike doing videos anymore, but because they take so much energy out of me, and I really need to be inspired these days. I've been trying to focus a lot more on my art as opposed to my video making. I guess I just kind of need to get back into the groove of it. I've definitely lost a little bit of interest since I've moved computers because my other one was dying finally. I had that one since I'd graduated high school, which was, whew, I don't want to think about how long ago that was. It makes me feel old thinking about it, but so yeah, I'm on this new laptop. Don't really have all my editing stuff together on it, so that's why I just haven't really been doing it much. And like I said, also just kind of wanting to focus on my art a bit more. You know, I'm taking commissions right now, sort of, to pay for a new tablet, because this one's also dying. It just seems like all the electronics in my life right now are dying. I would say, thank God my phone isn't dying, but I don't want to jinx that, so I'm not going to do that. So that's sort of what I've been up to. That's sort of the state of this channel at the moment. I do want to get back into editing some more, but like I said, I just really need to be inspired and just kind of need to get everything moved over to this one and like in order before I can feel comfortable doing that again. God, this recording is really long, so I really don't know how I'm gonna talk most of the time, and I don't even know if you guys want to hear my voice, but I'm going to try and keep this as entertaining as possible, so I don't know. I thought Speedpaint would be kind of a cool way to both introduce just me drawing in general, and I don't know, putting something up on my channel to keep people entertained or at least engaged in the meantime. Don't worry, my entire channel won't be dedicated to speed paints. Cause God, I keep repeating myself, but I just want to reiterate that like I will still be editing. I've just been busy and tired, so very tired lately. But yeah, hopefully I can get back to that soon. Focusing a bit more on the picture, I guess. What I've sort of been trying to do right now on my Tumblr, I will link to that in the description if you guys are at all interested. Don't feel pressured to at all. But I've been trying to do a sketch every day to, like, I don't know, just keep in the groove of it and not fall too deeply into a rut and just keep myself loose and fresh. It doesn't have to be a good sketch, as it's kind of been shown on the screen, because I was doing this one really fast because I was a bit behind on my daily sketches. But yeah, no, for this one, my first upload wasn't going to be this one. It was actually going to be a much better picture that I was much more proud of than this one, that I took a bit more time on, which I'll put up on screen right now. Hopefully you can see that is the same OC that I'm drawing right now. Her name is Tanara. She had short hair in that one. Normally she has like really long poofy hair, but I just wanted to draw her with short hair for once. I think she looks really cute. Props won't do that much more, but yeah, I just wanted to try something new out. That's pretty much what the daily sketches are for, just like a whole bunch of sketches of Tanara in different situations, or like in different clothes or whatever. Not like this one. This one is actually old Tanara, back in my Naruto days when she was a self-insert. Boy howdy, were those dark and terrible times for me. But as you can kind of see by the sketch already, she's a bit disgusted with how she used to be. Oh my God, she was such a Mary Sue. I don't like using the word Mary Sue, but literally she was the definition of a Mary Sue back then. She had all the symptoms. She had supernatural powers that couldn't be explained. Everybody loved her. She hated Sasuke, but I mean, like, that was mostly just me because I hated Sasuke and she was a self-insert. Still hate Sasuke. She still hated Sasuke. But, so, like, she also obviously had the terrible Naruto OC trope of having all of the fishnets, and she had the whole hair over her eye thing, and oh my god, just a design nightmare. And did I already say she had the Sharingan? But she had the Sharingan. I don't even know if she was an Uchiha. I think her mom was, like, vaguely related to the Uchiha, and that's why she ended up getting the Sharingan. I really don't want to explain who her dad was, because that's just a whole nother mess in of itself. I haven't drawn it yet on screen, but she also had a curse mark from Orochimaru, because, you know, she's just that special that she gets her own special curse mark for no apparent reason. And perhaps the most embarrassing part of it all, her boyfriend back then was Deidara, because he used to be my favorite Akatsuki member. And I don't know, like, she just liked him for some reason. Even though she was sort of a classic tsundere, and I'm just thinking about it, and it's just so ridiculous. Because Tanara has changed so much since then. Because, I mean, well, back then, like I said, she was just kind of a self-insert, so there wasn't really much uniqueness there personality-wise. Like, her personality would change to suit the mood, and people would fall in love with her to suit the situation. I wrote terrible fanfics back in the day. I will never share those. Those are dead to me, and God, I'm getting terribly embarrassed just thinking about it. Also, God, the sketch is really, those noses. I don't know what I was thinking when I was, like, trying out those noses. They don't look good at all. But so yeah. Horrible fanfiction. Don't want to talk about it. Naruto days were dark days for us all. We all had those weebish things going on for us when we were like 10 or 12. But yeah, Tanara is actually one of my oldest OCs. Actually, she is my oldest OC. I've had her since, she's been around since I was, I believe, in the 6th grade. So I was 12 when I made her, or 11. Yeah, about 12, 11-ish. And I'm 23 right now, so she's been around for, I'm sorry, I'm really bad at math, and I'm just kind of like making up what I say as I go, but I think that's like 11, 10 years, perhaps? Yeah, sorry, I'm so bad at math. Oh wait, no, that's wrong. I'm thinking too much in the sense of time. But yeah, no, so 2006, and it's 2000, 10 years. I don't know, or 10, 11 years. I don't know why I'm freaking out about this. Gosh, I do not work well under pressure. I'm so sorry. This is going to be a mess. I should script a little bit more next time. But, so yeah, she's like 10, 11 years old officially. I'm really happy with how she's changed in those years. She's a bit more bubbly, she's optimistic, not as much of a Mary Sue. I hope she's not a Mary Sue at all, but yeah, I don't know. It's like, I want to make a story with her, so I want her to be relatable to people. I don't want her to just kind of be for me anymore, even though she still is, because I love her a lot. She's my daughter. I want to protect her. And I actually, like, since I decided to make her not a self-insert anymore, like, not too long ago, I think as I was entering high school, she started to develop more, and I made her a new companion slash kind of ish love interest. Don't want to say too much about it, but I made a companion that I believe I based him a little bit on Deidara, because back then he was still very much my type of fictional guy. But as I got older, I made another OC to more so reflect my changing types in men, and he doesn't really reflect that at all either, because my taste in fictional men is rather embarrassing, and I'm a little bit self-conscious, but I don't know. Anyways, don't want to talk about my taste in fictional men. I want to talk about Tanara's taste, terrible taste in fictional men. So I made this other OC for her. He's a demon. His name is Karai. He looks a bit like Deidara, but definitely like not a ninja, and he's cooler and different. He still has that like hair over the eye thing going on for him, but I think that's all I mostly took from Deidara's design. Oh, look, there's that curse mark I was talking about. Even its design is like super dumb looking, contrived. I don't even know why I made it that way, or like what it was even inspired by. That's just kind of how it is. But going back to Karai, he's a demon. He has the hair over his eye, kind of like Deidara does, but he's based on like a snake because I liked snakes, and I still do love snakes. Snakes are very cute. And him and Tanara are very close. They're best friends. She definitely did not like him at first, sort of like how it was with Deidara, playing a little tsundere there. Tanara isn't even a tsundere. She's just like, she doesn't like people that come off as like really full of themselves and are like super standoffish, which is weird considering the people I have her end up with sometimes. But she definitely took her time getting used to him, and just them getting close in general was a weird and interesting sort of time in her life. I don't know, I feel like I should talk a bit more about her Naruto self, but really, there really isn't like so much to talk about, because she was just like that typical Mary Sue and was just awful. But God, she had so many love interests. I guess I can start with that. Like, literally everyone she ran into loved her. It was so embarrassing to talk about. Like, obviously there's Deidara, the guy she actually ended up with. They eventually got married and had a kid. Maybe I'll throw up a picture of what she looked like as a mother, because I know I have a picture of that still. But, oh my God, so god awful. Colors were awful. I really did not know what I was doing back then. But like, yeah, so there's Deidara. She had a crush on her sensei Kakashi, because of course Kakashi was her sensei, because of course, that's what Mary Sues do, you know, Naruto Mary Sues. Oh. She had also, I think, Sasori had a thing for her because she eventually got kidnapped by the Akatsuki. Kabuto had a thing for her because she also got kidnapped by Orochimaru. And who else was there? Oh my God, I know that there was more. There was probably also, I think Naruto did. It's like, see, it's just so bad. Thank God it isn't like that anymore. At least I don't think so. I think I've definitely toned it down a lot with that. Like, she has only 2 love interests now, and they're like both kind of from different universes anyway, like for different purposes. So it's not distracting or weird or like really fit into like the major overarching story. But I know that she also, oh, now that I think about it, she used to have this like best friend too that I made with my best friend at the time. We're no longer friends because that was like forever ago. And like her name was Masako. I know my friend named her after her sister because her family were Japanese, and so like it was really easy for her to like come up with like, you know, actual Japanese names and stuff. Masako was Naruto's twin sister. I bet you didn't know Naruto had a twin sister who shared half the Jinchuriki. Woo! God, we both made really horrible Mary Sue OCs. Also, she had a lot of headbands because she went to like different villages. That's what she was doing the whole time. She was studying with different villages to get all their headbands and learn all their techniques and junk. But I guess that makes a little bit more sense because she obviously had actual superpowers and could kind of do that. But that was Masako. Masako's love interest was Kiba, I remember, because Kiba was my friend's favorite character. So that was a thing. Yeah, in universe. See, there's the picture again. But they were best friends in universe, and they did like everything together because that's what best friends do. And I honestly can't remember too many of their adventures together. It was so long ago, and it was embarrassing. I don't know why I was making her tips pink here. Oh yeah, that's another thing. She had, just to add to the Mary Sooness, she had tips of her hair that were purple when her emotions were neutral, but like, you know, as her emotions changed, they changed colors. So when she was angry, they were red, and when she was sad, they were blue. Oh my god, it was awful. I don't know what I was thinking with her color scheme, because they're like, it was like such a bright neon purple, and like, I know purple's my favorite color, but Jesus Christ, younger me, it's so bright and gross, and it's hard to like make it fit in with everything, but somehow I managed in this picture. Honestly, my coloring on this is going to be kind of lazy because, as I said, I was like sort of rushed for it, and they're not supposed to really be finished pictures anyway. They're just supposed to be kind of sketches. But like, as you can see, like, I actually did like kind of okay-ish line art, so it's a bit more than a sketch. Either way though, I didn't want to work too much on the shading because this picture was just supposed to be a redo of her when she was a much younger, more uncomfortable version of herself. I'm sorry, I'm just like watching this a little bit. It's just, I hate I hate coloring so much. It's probably like my least favorite part. I much prefer sketching, but it's definitely not my least favorite part. I hate doing the line art because that usually takes 5 million years, but recently I've been speeding it up a lot and it's started to look a lot better. I should probably try out some new coloring techniques because I feel like my coloring is like just kind of flat most of the time, and I just want to be able to expand my horizons, especially if I want to do like more elaborate and like bigger drawings. Cause yeah, definitely like as it is right now, my art isn't really the best when it comes to like coloring and stuff. But oh yeah, back then her eyes were brown because I mean she was a self-insert and I have brown eyes, and now they're gray, which I guess is like, you know, sort of like specially snowflake-ish. But I mean there are lots of people that have gray eyes. I thought gray eyes look pretty good with like her dark brown hair. It's not that I didn't like the brown eyes, it's just that I wanted to make her less of a self-insert, and to sort of like distance myself a bit more from her, I gave her brown eyes, or I gave her gray eyes, I'm sorry, and to, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm blanking so hard right now, but yeah, no, to further distance myself from her as a character, I did that. I also gave her much longer hair. My hair has never been as long as her hair has, except for maybe when I was like really young. I usually keep my hair about like the length that this Tanara in this picture has. So like about like a little bit longer than shoulder length and stuff like that. Not too long, but like also not too short. I like it about that length, though I am trying to grow my hair out again right now because I went through a whole thing where I wanted to have short hair. Anyway, though, this isn't about me. We aren't talking about my hair. Not really the most interesting topic. And dear God, do I not like drawing fishnets. I forgot how much of a pain in the butt they were to draw, but here I am doing it again. Reasons to not make Naruto OCs ever. The fishnets will get you every time. They are no fun to draw, and they just not fun. I mean, I used to like wearing fishnets. They look good. They look good in real life. They just don't look good in this drawing because I feel like in a way like they represent my frustrations with horrible past OCs. I have so many more old Naruto OCs that like kind of fit into the same universe, but I don't want to think about them. The Naruto days were painful. They were so painful. I have so many old self-insert OCs too that like it's not even just Tanara, but she is the one that actually evolved from all of that, like the only one I believe that came out of those old self-insert days. I can't think of another one I have, so yeah, I think she's the only one. She's the only one I was ever really, I think she was the only one that was ever really generic enough to like take out of like their universes and just make more of like a sort of character of their own, because like all my other ones were like weirdo like assassins and like had weird powers. Like I remember my Bleach OC like used to be like a part of the Espada or something like that. Oh my gosh. She was, I don't know, I think for the most part, the reason I didn't do it was because I ended up coming up with better OCs that just like ended up kind of replacing them and doing a lot better at what they were trying to do back then. But again, like, I mean, those are all like, you know, our younger days. We always like continue to improve and sort of like get better at expanding and fleshing out those characters. Back then, it was just like, you know, kind of like, oh, what sounds really cool, even though like it may not have meshed very well or like made sense if you were trying to make it an actual part of the series, like most people kind of are when they're making their first OCs. They just kind of like mash everything together and try to like make it as cool as possible without really thinking about the implications of just making them these like super cool, super no flaws characters. Well, it's like, oh, of course they have flaws, but like they're flaws that like people can like look past and like don't really affect anything negatively. But I mean, those were kind of the days where they were just done for fun. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think we should bash on like those characters or like kids that are making characters that way, because then they can turn into characters that are fully fleshed out, kind of like how like I did with Tanara. I'm really happy that nobody came up to me when I was younger and like pointed at her and said, it's like, ugh, she's a horrible garbage Mary Sue, even though she was. But it's like, I don't know, I remember people being very supportive and like saying that she was really cool looking and they look forward to hearing about more of her story, which was like so encouraging to me as a child. I know not everyone's experience is like that, but I think I just got really lucky. I kind of hope that maybe people do that more often, like encourage younger artists and whatever not to, you know, work more on the characters instead of just kind of pointing at them and being like, oh, this character is really shitty, you should like do this, this, and this. It's like, just, I don't know, let the kids have fun, maybe give them some like helpful pointers if you think they need them. But yeah, I don't know, just don't like do anything that might discourage them from like wanting to do this like more, because believe me, like if this is really a passion they have, they will get better as they get older. I feel like things that like will make them incredibly stubborn and like not want to take criticism or anything is if you like come right out and like be very rude about it. It's like, sure, they may not listen at first, but like when they finally understand like what it is you're trying to say, it's like they'll take it to heart and they'll try to better themselves and their characters. I don't even know if this makes any sense. I've just sort of been rambling on and saying a lot of weirdo stuff that who knows if it even makes any sense. I honestly don't have a filter a lot of the times when I'm talking, so I'm really sorry if that made no sense whatsoever. Oh, I don't I decided to make a background sort of for this. I normally don't make backgrounds, but I figured that I'd try to play more with the idea of her being a ninja just to torture my daughter some more. But yeah, so I made like giant shurikens, and then I started adding leaves to the background to kind of represent that she used to be a ninja for the Hidden Leaf Village and whatever not. Oh god, now that I think about it, she also like later became Hokage because Naruto who? No, but if I remember correctly, like I even back then I knew that that wasn't like a cool thing to do, to like sort of take that dream from another character. So she was only Hokage for a little bit, sort of like how Kakashi was in the manga for a little bit before Naruto finally took over and became Hokage. It was I don't know, I thought that was something interesting and nice that I did before, because yeah, I don't know, Naruto, like even though like the manga kind of did a lot of not cool things, I liked Naruto a lot as a character. I looked up to him and he was very inspiring. But yeah, that's like, oof. I've been playing, I don't know what I was trying to do here. I guess it was just like, it's like, oh yeah, no, this is a girl's soul design, it's bad. But the X just didn't look good, so I ended up getting rid of it. I don't know, I don't know what I was doing at all, but the video is coming to a close. Maybe I'll go play Breath of the Wild after this is uploaded, because that sounds like a fun time. I've been playing it a lot recently. Maybe I'll do a speed paint of someone from there. Maybe Sidon, because he's one of my favorite characters, or his lovely sister Mifa. Oh my gosh, I love the Zora so much in the game. They're all so good. I love Breath of the Wild too. It's really fun. If you haven't played it, you really should. But I'm not here to tell you what to do and what not to do. I'm surprised if you even made it 25 minutes into this stupid speed paint for this character that you've never seen before and probably don't really care about, or to even watch a speed paint by someone you probably barely know. But yeah, this is wrapping up. I'm finishing her stupid shorts because like she wore shorts and a crop top. Stylish ninja fashion. Getting tips from Shady Body on what ninja fashion is. Don't actually listen to me. But yeah, this video is wrapping up. I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope this wasn't too boring. I'll make sure to be a bit more entertaining in the future. And I don't know, I hope that I can put out more of these if enough people are interested. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. So yeah, talk to you guys later. Have a lovely evening, morning, or afternoon. Bye bye!